Heaven's California.
Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Wycombe Wanderers Career Mode, A Road to Glory, episode 27. Oh, what a big episode this is. Well, we have gone into the January transfer window, and we're not really using the January transfer window as a window to buy anyone as such. This now means that any players with a contract in less than 6 months, we can now sign. So what I've been going to do is I've still got players that we are remaining to scout. And that comes back in 4 days' time. Now, we do have some more players in France here that we are not scouting. But, again, some of these, we're only looking for defenders. He's only just arrived, so he's not going to move. I don't think we're scouting this guy, are we? No. Right, we'll get rid of him. We'll have a look in Germany, see if there's any more German talents. Yeah, we've got some more in 4 days remaining. Like players like this we can scout. It does not going to make any harm at all. We can. He's busy, so we can't even scout him up, and he doesn't look too bad either. So we'll keep him there. We're not in a rush to sign anyone, but we would like to get these moves done quite quickly, ready for the next season. So we're still scouting a few players in Italy here. We won't be playing the 4 games today. We never do through the January transfer window because this is where we are. Maybe not signing anyone, but we're sorting out who we're going to get. So we do have a lot of English players. We have a free agent here, John Chancellor. He's 27. We can't assign anyone to him because we don't have a scout. But he doesn't look too bad, does he? But we don't have the money to get any more scouts to get him, so we'll have to delete him. We will probably have some more money to get one next season. He's just signed a new contract. So's he. So's he. Oh, these have been here for quite some time, it seems. They've all signed new contracts. We still had some here that he's still expiring. He's still expiring. He's actually be really good signing Bailey Cargill. And we've still got John Guthrie and we've got John Flanagan. All players that are going to be on free. Be ready for us to sign. But what do we have today then? So today we have a game against Bristol. We'll then have a quick game against Rotherham, and I think we'll probably go up to the game against Walsall, and then we'll do the other 3 games in the next episode. Then we'll get through January. Then we're looking at it 4 games in an episode. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 up to the 23rd. That's another episode. That'll be episode. What would that be? This is 27. That'll be episode 29. Episode 30 will be the 26th, 28th, 9th and the 12th. 31 will be going up to the first game in April. 32 will be going up to there. 33 would be 27. And so episode 33, I think 32 or 33. So we've still got a couple of episodes to go. But today we have got a couple of games to play. Bristol at home, Rotherham away from home and Walsall away from home in the FA Cup. Last time around, well, we finished off the game. We did finish off the games in December. We had a good 2-1 win against Sheffield, a good 2-1 win against Blackpool, a good 6-4 win away Sheffield. Then we had a snowy game and it went to. We had a 5-2 loss, which was really disappointing. But we can get over that. We can go straight into this next game then against Bristol Rovers. Obviously, when we come up to the last days of the season, when we start the next season, we can get some new youth talents into the team. Have a look at what we have here then. So we have got the first team that is all ready to go. So let's get into this and hopefully we can pick up a good 3 points. Oh my god, that was very lucky. Nearly 1-0 down already then. And there we go, we are 1-0 down. Wow. Well. We're 1-0 down. Bristol Rovers come out the gates very quickly there and have just slotted one through. No defensive judgment at all from Stuart there, and just again he's just showing us why he doesn't deserve to be in this first team really. He's not doing himself any favours at all. Asaro makes a good forward run and he finishes it. Very tight confinement space there, but Asaro, we know he's a really good finisher and we know he can do the deeds, and he's done the deeds here. He's got us 1-0 in this fixture and quite possibly back in this game. Restored hope in the team, I'm hoping. Look at this. Just, I thought I was going to pass it, but I thought, nah, we'll level it, and he's popped it in the back of the net. Oh, beautiful ball for Asaro. He should be able to finish this one, and he makes it 2-1. Ah, beautiful Swedish striker. The Swedish, I need a nickname for him. What's a good, strong S word? The Swedish... The Swedish Saint. We'll call nah, that's really bad. But it's Asaro. We just need to refer to him as Asaro. The God of Wycombe Wanderers, has scored again. Come on. Oh my God, Asaro's in again. And he's got a hat-trick. 21 minutes in. Asaro is having absolutely none of it. He is on fire today. Guys, I cannot recommend you. I cannot recommend it enough. Actually, before we do get into the next game, I have got a couple of comments to show you. So I will have a look at them, because as I said, comments do get appreciated. I did have a few comments on the last video, so we will, well, the video before yesterday. So it was left yesterday on a video, but I will feature it in this one. There was a guy who was talking about some players, so we will do that. I'm not sure if I put it on screen. I might just read it out, seeing as I'm halfway through already. And there's quite a lengthy thing. But it was again from the boy SJV. So this guy, he's been watching the series, he's halfway through, and he's making comments. So, you know, he wants to join the gang, the comment gang. But here he's... But yeah, he's been leaving a load of comments and supporting the series. So huge shout out to SJV. Oh, another post hit by Bristol Rovers. That post has been saving us lately, but now that we're on a break, here's Kashkit. We know he's got the pace. We know he can drive it low, and he's done so. 4-1. This is unbelievable. We're playing on Legendary, scoring 4 goals. The front three, this whole team, apart from the back, is fantastic. We strengthened that back, and I think this team made me ready for Premier League. We might not have goal players, but with the youth injection, we're slowly, gradually bringing them in. The players like Weedy, players like Ferrari, players like Ricci knocking on the door. This team, and Nicholas Jackson in the back, he's our only good defender. This team is going places. Even when we concede goals, all we have to do is basically outscore our opponents. And we definitely got the front 4 to do that. And we're on another break here. Here's Guidi, he's waiting for a run. He's found it. Look at Kashkit, what a beautiful run this is. We can get a good ball in. Oh, he has done. Oh, and it's 5. It's 5-1 to Wycombe Wanderers at home against Bristol Rovers. Asaro with 4 goals today. This has been absolutely insane. We need another difficulty. EA, can you give us another difficulty? Because Legendary is a little bit too easy for us right now. I thought I was going to go to Sancho over there. It'd been nice if, you know, Asaro would have done something fancy with it, but he doesn't do fancy. Asaro gets the job done, and he's chasing that goal target that he had last season. He's already on 25. He's only got another 15 to go. Oh, it's Asaro again. He's forced a good save from the goalkeeper, and Jadon Sancho cannot get his head on it. And we're not going to be making any substitutes this game, because we know that we have a game against Rotherham very, very soon. That's 6. That's 6-1. Okay. What is going on? We have scored 6 goals against Bristol here. This is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I was just about to say, we have a game against Rotherham 2 days after this, so we need the second team to all be fully fit. But this is I don't know, I'm going to check the difficulty after this to prove that it's on Legendary. It is on Legendary. We're just steamrolling teams now. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm loving this. Oh no, Asaro's in again. Oh, it's 7. It's 7 heaven. Woo! 7 heaven, baby. That's what we're talking about. Wow. Asaro has grabbed himself 5 goals in 1 game. 5 goals in 1 game. 5. 5 of them. 5 big old juicy goals. It just finishes anything. Left foot, right foot. He does not care. He is Joel Asaro, and he is the face of Wycombe Wanderers. And there we go, that is full time. A 7-1 victory at home today. The referee probably should have called it at about 3 because they got demolished today, Bristol. They're in the gutter. Asro just ran absolutely riot. They didn't have a bad game, Bristol, but they couldn't get a shot on target. And we had, good performances all over the board. No one below an 8. Asro. I mean, just look at his performance. 83% shooting, 100% passing, no key movements, 2 good interceptions, 3 possession won and 10 possession lost, 2 headers lost. But he's not really there to head the ball. He's there to shoot the ball. And that is what he is good at. Now, I am not going to make a cut because I want to prove to all you guys that this is still on Legendary. That was a Legendary game where the computer just doesn't turn up. They happened, and it happened then. We are now, still 10 points clearing the table. The calendar, no, we don't want calendar. We want settings. Bang, Legendary. 7-1 victory on Legendary. Too easy. But we have some training here. Let's get it on. We got Harris and we have Mancini. Now we do have Harris he's one of these in which we just don't know if we're going to use him or not. You know, one of them. I mean, if a loan offer came in for Harris, I probably would just loan him out because we have some better options there right now. I mean, he's the same overall as the other Harris. So yeah, but we'll see what happens to him. We're still waiting to get Mancini up to that 50 or 60, so he can. Oh gosh, the following players have been lured away by other clubs and signed to their youth academy. Isaac Mason has gone to Al Fayyar. Well, there's nothing really we can do about that. We want the top quality youth players, and we can't really do much about that. Oh, just have to reply to this quick. Hang on with me. Bear with me. There we go. Right, so, game against Rotherham. As you can see, Asprey there. 26 goals in the league to Maguire's 14. Very, very dominant. Very dominant. Very, very dominant. But we switch over to the second team then. We got Polion, Southwell, Cowan Hall, Wolf, Gate, Richard and Batty, Muller, Elaf, Harriman and Brown in the team. Let's get into this. We're against Rotherham. Let's bring back the 3 points. If there's one thing I really want to start taking away from some of these games, it's tightening up at the back and starting to keep a few more clean sheets. Stop giving away balls like that and trying to concede a few less goals, because we've scored a lot of goals, but we've also conceded a hefty amount of goals as well, which doesn't really bother me because, you know, our goalkeepers have always been a little bit iffy, but we always seem to concede an early one in games, and it hasn't happened in this one. But in most games, we seem to be conceding really early, sloppy goals. Maybe the first breakthrough here is hit the post, and no one can get on the end of the rebound. Rotherham away certainly is not an easy game, and it's showing that in this game. It's been really stale as much, just as no one's had an opportunity. But here is the first opportunity, straight away. Oh, and it's well hooked away by the defence there. I think that was El Abd who got a foot around that to hook that away. And that is going to go for a goal kick. And we've got away with it there, definitely. Wolf, here's Freeman. Can he get the shot away? He has, and it's gone in. Nick Freeman has come on. The formation change once again has turned the game around. We bring the fresh players on. Freeman and Harris have come on. This is the Ginger Harris, not the Black Harris. Or the other Harris, whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to call him. This is Ginger Harris. And he has, he makes a difference. And he's made that pass there to Wolf. Wolf, on his left foot, slots it over. And somehow Freeman, that might actually go down as an own goal. No, it doesn't. It stays in Freeman's name. But that was very lucky. And in a game which has been very close, we've just got the edge. And now it sounds like Rotherham are actually flooding men forward. So we could end up winning this by a couple of goals if they are not careful, because we are very, very lethal with the 1-2 passes like this, and we can create space really, really nicely with our passing, because our players can pass the ball no problem at all, but we just have been caught out there. But That's a really good. We have potency in our substitute benches in both teams. So that is a huge, like, our second team has been really impressive this season, and we've had some really impressive performances with the second team as well as the first team. Here is Calvin Hall on this right-hand side. Double tap. Oh, forces a good save from the Rotherham keeper. And there we go then, full time, a 1-0 away win. We did ask for the clean sheet. We get the clean sheet. And a very tough game that was away from home. A very forwards, backwards game. Man of the match did go to Hans Wolf. He did get the goal assist today for Mr. Nick Freeman. Everyone else kind of had a average game, to be honest. No one really had the chance to do anything. And it was Hans Wolf that was the difference maker today. 8.7, 87% passing. No key dribbles or anything, but he got the tackle. He won possession one time, lost it 8 times. Nothing much you can do about that. All in all, it's another 3 points on the board, and I'm happy. So one thing I did say I was going to do was I was going to read these comments on the last video, which I will do. I will stick to my word, and I will read through them. Give me 2 seconds to pull the video up. So these comments were left on, I believe, episode 25, I think. Let me check. Different today, yeah? Yes, right, so here we go. First comment was, I leave a comment, which defensive position shall I be looking to sign ready for next season? He said, this is from SJV again, a good CDM maybe. Some players seem to be better than others at interceptions. I signed Fanny from my Wigan squad, but I think your team is too good for him stat-wise. CDM with cut passing lanes instruction. So I replied, I'll be sure to check him out. You don't think the back four is going to struggle in the Championship? He said, yes, I think you need to find a low 70 centre-back going forward. Maybe an older one on loan until you can find the right match at the right price. I said, there's some good options in today's episode on a free, which will serve the club for a few years. He said, I'm only halfway through so far, and I put halfway through the series, good going. So that was what he said. But that was that. So that was them comments. And we'll have a look at this guy he is recommending as defensive midfielder, because he might be an okay signing for the second side, maybe in the summer. So what we'll have a look at, we'll go to search players. I'm not really sure what player he's on about. Fanny, F-A-N-E. Is he on about this guy, Usman Fanny from Oldham? We'll scout him, but I doubt he's going to be any good right now. So what we'll do, we'll have a look and see if there's any more players rustling about in here. There is a couple. He's only 5'11" though. That's no good. He's better. Anyone else? We're not scouting this guy, probably because he's not on a free just yet. He's only 6 foot. You see, I don't really like players that are 6 foot playing at centre back. It doesn't really interest me in the slightest. But we'll leave it at that right now, and we'll continue going through the calendar, see if we get any transfer offers. So guys, we do have some monthly scouting updates here then. So we have this guy, Lucas Sjoberg. We now know he's going to be a goal player, so he can be signed to the academy. We're going to leave Victor Bergstrom. We're going to get rid of Hans Gustafsson and William Magnusson, but we'll keep Victor Bergstrom in there. Liam Bennett is back from Spain. Has he found anyone? So we've got a midfielder here, 5'10", 74 to 90 is basically good enough, so we will sign him up. 72 to 90, we'll still leave him there because we're not too sure on his position yet. 71 to 91, he's looking okay. 71 to 89, he's not looking any good. This guy, however, he's looking really, really good. We're definitely going to be signing him up. He's not going to be good enough. And we'll leave Juan Morientes there. That was a good scan update from Liam. Now we have Charlie. He's been in England. Now he's been scanning this guy for 5 months. He's 5'9". Looks like he's just another central midfielder. My problem with him is that his overall doesn't look very high. and he isn't really looking like a very good player. So we are going to just get rid of him. We're not really interested. Isaac Mason was the one who's gone to that one there, so he didn't really look that good, so not too bothered about that. This guy, 80 to 94, Billy Collins, is our goalkeeper, 5'11", but we can always sign him and sell him on. Owen Bailey, again, looking quite good. Harvey Rose, not interested in you, or Henry Watson, or Will Carter, or Oliver Robinson. We'll leave Owen Bailey in there because, well, why the hell not? But we will have a look at our scouting, at our youth team. We will have a look at the youth academy. It's filling up quite nicely, so we've still got Liam Harris in here. Only a 45 overall, so he will need some match training. But it doesn't look too bad. We've still got Mauricio Sepulveda, the Spanish talent. He's 15. Doesn't look too bad. 77 to 94. Not too bad at all. His acceleration, he's 6'5", so very similar to Daniele Ferrari. And we've got Henry Cox on the left-hand side, 51 overall. Looking quite pacey. Doesn't look too bad either. Obviously not as good as these two here, but doesn't look bad. We've got Lucas Schjolberg. Obviously we're not bringing any of these out to the next season unless they really want to come out, because there's some sort of boost they get in May the 1st. I was reading, but he doesn't look too bad for a central midfielder. He's got some decent stats there, some very decent stats there actually for Lucas Schjolberg. We then have this guy here, Pablo Ramos. He's actually an attacking midfielder, so he'd give competition to Guidi. And again, he doesn't look too bad today. We got Billy Collins, who's a 5'11" goalkeeper. I don't really see myself ever using this guy. Just because of his height is 5'11", it does put me off a little bit, unfortunately. But we'll probably be able to sell him on for something, right? 150 grand. And then we have the last guy here, Toby Allen. Wow, look at this, what talent he is. 84 to 94. He's got some good acceleration, some good stats. So, yeah, that's about it for the youth team. What we do want to check out, though, just before we get into this game, let's go and have a... Oh, we have some more updates here. That's from France, I'm guessing. None of these of which are going to be any good to me. No. Unless this guy? No, he signed to a new contract as well. So they're all rubbish. They're no use to us. But we're going to have a look and see if we can find our guy we sold, Jamie Wilson. I'll have a look if he's actually here. So he is a right winger, right? Jamie, space... Here he is, Jamie Wilson is actually 76 overall Aston Villa right now, and he's getting a bit quicker as well. Which it's nice to see him succeed, and look at that, 86 dribbling. He was really good on the ball, Wilson, but not really what we're looking for. His wage would be far too high for us to bring him back. So, yeah, it's nice to see some players that we sold doing well at other clubs, but we'll probably be selling some youth players in the next season, if I am being brutally honest. But we have got a FA Cup game here. We're against Walsall again. Another game against Walsall. Another really tough task. We have the first team though. The first team, you can see slight improvements happening. Sancho's always a little bit tired, but that is fine. We'll go straight into the match. We'll play the match and hopefully progress into the 4th round, which would be absolutely fantastic. Here's Guidi! He's missed it! Ah! Here's Asro! Ah! Saved by the goalkeeper. Maybe we could have taken a touch there, but I just felt we had to have a strike. Oh, it's 1-0 to Walsall then. We gave the ball away in a really, really dangerous area and nothing we could do there, really. We're going to have to try and get back in this one. It's been very tough to break down Walsall. How many times have we played them this season? Like, this might even be our 4th time playing them. We know that they're really tough to break down, which is why I have been opting to go with the long shots, but they just haven't been working for me just as of yet. So it is half time, and straight away we are going to bring the formation to the 4-3-2-1. We're going to move Shabione there. We're going to play Guidi over there. Actually, no, we're going to keep Guidi over there. I'm going to keep Asro there, and we'll just see how that does. And if it comes to about the 70th, 75th minute, we'll bring some fresh men on to try and get us into this. Even if we can get a draw here, take it to a replay. I'd rather take that than go out of here. And we need to try and throw some more throw something at this, because this is a competition that I think we could actually do quite well in. Oh no, they're in again here. Walsall! Outside of the post. Wow, wow, wow. The amount of games we've had at the post has been cruel to us. And this episode, it probably has saved us. And the reason why we always struggle against Walsall, they play 5 at the back. They play a 5 at the back counter-attack, which is really, really potent. They play very quickly, do Walsall. And that is how they break down our team. Like that. Oh! And I thought that might have crept in then. But they do break down our team very, very quickly. And it's very hard for us to break them down when defending. They've basically got their whole team back. Of all teams we could have had in this FA Cup tie here, I would have rathered a Premier League team. Because I know they don't normally play 5 at the back in these type of games. And I absolutely hate having to play against 5 backs. And that is 2-0. And that is probably game over. Walsall have just had too much for us. They have turned up the heat in this FA Cup game. We can't get past them. Sancho has been more than less ineffective. He hasn't had anything on that side of the pitch. They've completely shut him out. Nothing has been working. They've just got, for every time we get someone forward, they've got about 3 men on him, and there's nothing you can do in these situations. Even with the more attacking formation change, it just hasn't worked. And it's disappointing because the board are wanting us to get a bit further in this FA Cup, but every time we come up to this round, we seem to just be short. Polion! The goalkeeper saved it. And it's gone out for a throwing, but I bet this is probably going to be our last chance. Even just to get a salvage goal, it's not going to happen. They've got so many men back. That whistle is going to blow any minute. Now, come on, just blow the whistle. Save us the agony. And there we go. We're out of the FA Cup. It's disappointing. It really is. Because I thought we would have had something from this. But we just got completely zoned out. Completely zoned out there today. I mean, this isn't even where the Premier League teams did come into it today. And they were... well, they were doing alright, to be fair. That really is a disappointment. That has slightly got me down, but I mean, we look at the office now. They're probably not going to be very happy with that. Domestic success. They wanted to get to the round 32. I mean, it looks like we're going to do that. Oh no, we're not. Well, if we win the Checker Trade Trophy, we will. But other than that, we won't. Which the board won't be happy with either. But we are at the top of the league by a substantial amount of points. So the board should be happy with that. But we're going to try and keep training these guys up. And I'm surprised we haven't had any transfer offers through yet. I really am. So we do get some tournament prize money. We get an extra £70,000. And that does mean that actually we were just looking at it, but we do get some extra funding here. We do get some more funds. We are not over that yet. Okay. But I'm not too worried about that objective. It probably won't make too much of a difference. But we do have some more players here. Maybe we can scout some of these. We do have some more German players. With DK 6 foot again, I'm not really keen on 6 foot defenders. This guy here is more my type of defender, but he is not on a free anymore. We have a look at his power. Oh, he was already on the list anyway, and we were already scouting him. That's a shame. We just got rid of him. Again, not really the player I'm looking for. And we can now scout this guy, which is nice. But apart from that, we're not really scouting anyone else. Also very surprising, we haven't had any transfer offers through yet. I mean, we're halfway through this transfer window and no one has had any offers at all, which is very, very strange. And we've got another game against Walsall now. Oh my goodness, guys. How many games against Walsall are we going to have? Seriously. It wasn't even last episode that we came up against Walsall. Here we go. We have a chance offer for a complete random player. Yves Makalambe. Yves Makalambe. You know, he's our third goalkeeper right now, so we are going to reject that. We don't really want anyone coming in for our third goalkeeper. If there was an injury, then we do need that third goalkeeper. Another chance offer then. Charlton Athletic would like Joe Jacobson. I'd rather them not have Joe Jacobson, so that chance offer is being rejected. And Guidi does want to play the next game. Well, of course you're going to be playing the next game, my little Italian stallion. But that is, we'll switch it back to that team there. So that is about it for this one then, I think. The calendar, well, it wasn't even Walsall we played, it was the 2 Sheffield games. But we've definitely played Walsall before in a cup. Where was it? Oh no, we had Walsall there. Yeah, that was it. We just had Walsall then. So this will be our third game against Walsall. We aren't going to be playing it because we've had transfers and stuff. But we do want to have a look. This one might be a little bit longer, but that is fine. I don't really care. Italy, anyone else here that catches our fancy? Again, not out of contract. Not out of contract. Not out of contract. They've re-signed him. They've re-signed him. Re-signed him. Re-signed him. So all of them have been re-signed. And then we have some more from England. He's been re-signed. He's been re-signed. He's been re-signed. A lot of these players are getting re-signed. 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 A right wing back who's been re-signed. And then we have Ousmane Fane, who is still being scouted. But we can have a look at our transfer hub, I suppose. Because there might be some players who might have been re-signed. So, approach directly. He's already signed a pre-contract, so we'll have to remove him. So all these we can approach directly. Now we have a look here. We can see we have got some centre-backs, some centre-back options here. We'll sort it into positions. So we've got Cabacao, who we need to have a look at our attributes first. So defensively, we're looking at his defensive work. It's not bad, and he's 6'1", so he's an option. But then we also have Jose Carral, and he's 6 foot. Not really keen on that. Alex Munoz, not really much of an improvement on what we have. El Gezabal, 25. Again, he doesn't really fit into my future plans. We've got Bailey Cargill here, who I thought looked quite good, but maybe he isn't. And we also have Thomas Lamb from Forest here, who is 6'2", 25. I'm very tempted by Eric Cabacao, or Cabaco. But then we have right back options. We have 3 here. This guy did interest me because he can play left back and right back. He is 26 though, so maybe not. And though he does have a very good car, we also got Darnell Furlong, and we've also got Partich, but he's on quite a lot of money per season. And left back options, we have quite a few. We got Benham Willem. We have got this guy here, Anthony Young, and he did catch my eye. He would be okay there for a couple of seasons, but I don't know how much he's going to cost us on the wage. He'd have to take a huge pay cut. I mean, we could also get this guy, Nico Neidhart. He really isn't much of an improvement on what we've got. I don't know what Jerome Binham Williams is. His potential is. But we're not going to make any signings this episode anyway. We could also go in for one of these guys here. This guy was also a big... I did fancy getting Ita, but I don't think we're going to. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it there, I think. Oh, God. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one then, guys. If you did enjoy, always remember to leave that like, comment down below. What can I ask you to cover? There was something I was going to ask you guys, but I can't remember what it was. I think it's just going to be the same one. No, I can't keep asking you the same questions. Is there anyone you think we could possibly sell for some money this window? Because here's the team. Is there anyone you think we could sell? Should we be having a look at selling some players? I don't know. I don't think we should really. But anyway, it's a bit of more of a random question. More than that. Also, actually, no. This is what I'll ask you. Should I look to get some players on pre-contracts that are going to be good for a couple of seasons, or wait, invest some money into a promising player that's going to go that left back, bearing in mind that we do have some players in the youth academy that might be able to play there. We don't know if Sepulveda is going to be able to play there or not. He might be able to play left back. I mean, we are looking. We have got a lot of midfielders, so yeah, do we look to get players on a pre-contract, or do we look to buy players? Buy promising players, or pre-sign players that are already good enough to go into the team? Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new, turn the notifications on, share the video, all the stuff you guys are always good at. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.